Welcome to the Champion City Sports Top 5. For a new segment here in Champion City Sports, we're going to start doing our top 5 lists. Our first top 5 list is dedicated to the worst places to drive. Number 5 on the list is Tampa, Florida and Orlando, Florida. I know it is 2 cities, but it ties. The reason it ties is because of that horrendous interstate of I-4 that extends throughout the middle of the state. I am not sure if it's the overabundance of tourists down there in Florida or if it's a curse of Walt Disney himself, but it's so impossible to get on that highway and not be stuck in traffic unless it's the middle of the night, when at that time you're really only dealing with meth heads anyway. So if you're looking to go see the Orlando Magic or the Orlando Solar Bears play out there in Orlando, or if you're headed to Tampa to see the Lightning, or go see the Buccaneers, or for whatever reason go see USF play, just make sure you give yourself ample time to get there and be stuck in traffic so you can get all your cursing out on the way to the game. This does not really apply to UCF, and the reason it doesn't apply to UCF is they play quite a distance off of I-4. They play up closer to Winter Park in that area. So if you're going to look and see the wannabe fake national champions of football, go on up there. But don't worry, once we know UCF stinks again, people will stop going to games just like they weren't before. Number 4 on the list is that whole corridor between New York, Connecticut, and Long Island, and even New Jersey. Being the largest population in the country, you would think it would be number 1, but it's not number 1 because it's obvious. The actual geographic way this place is constructed is the reason traffic is so bad. Basically, everywhere you want to go, traffic bottlenecks itself into all the bridges and exits out of the city. Your 3 main enemies while you're driving in this area are taxi drivers when you're closest to the city, all the tourists that aren't from the city and that are only looking at their GPS screen and none of the traffic in front of them, and then of course the locals, which I'm pretty sure learned to drive in a simulator but never actually set foot in the actual road before they took the road test. Not just talking about New York in this case. The people of Connecticut are actually just as much to blame. It's not the fact that they didn't learn to drive, but they learned to drive probably $1 million Maseratis or a Rolls Royce, and then the driver's ed teachers really just paid a handsome check just to make sure that these kids pass their test. It's okay though, if you get in an accident with them, the person will be absolutely more than happy to let you know how much it is your fault because it is just their world and we're lucky enough to live in it. The world needs a slap a Connecticut resident day. Getting back to New York, I wouldn't really suggest throwing hands at them because they'll probably beat the crap out of you and admit that they're a bad driver. They know they're bad drivers, they just don't care. Coming in hot at number 3 is Dallas, Texas. Dallas and Texas in general is a very different place in this country, but Dallas is definitely the worst. The main problems lie in Interstate 30 and then I-635, which circles around the city of Dallas. While the Stars and Mavericks actually do play in the city of Dallas, the Texas Rangers, the Cowboys do not. They play out in Arlington, so traffic out there is just as bad. In my honest opinion, Houston is the sports team of Texas that rules now for sure, but the people in Dallas love their teams. They probably have some of the best loyalty of sports fans in the country, even though they think they are their own country. Hint, you're not. Jerry World and the ballpark at Arlington actually sit right on the same property. You can basically throw a rock from one stadium to the other. Also 2 of my favorite stadiums they have out there in professional sports. So what's the problem? People out there just don't care how they're driving. They have no problem crashing into each other. They have no problem weaving in and out of traffic. So especially if you are from out of town, this creates a huge problem. My suggestion, don't drive. Get in the car with a local. They'll get you where you need to be, dead or alive. Number 2 on this list is an obvious one. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles traffic is a mess. Everybody knows it even if you've never been there. Whether you're driving on the 405, I-10, or even if you're taking Route 2 to get down to Santa Monica to hit the pier, you're going to be stuck in traffic and you're going to be annoyed. Why is Los Angeles not number 1? People in California are pretty laid back and chill. The sports fans out there are dedicated, but they're not psychotic about the teams. Every one of their teams has had a good run in championships. The Lakers obviously had a huge dynasty or 2 between Johnson and then Kobe, and now they got King James out there. The Clippers, they've always been the fun younger brother of the team and not quite sure why they're still there. 2 NFL franchises are now in the Los Angeles area, and their attendance seems to have spiked considerably. You also have the Dodgers, the Angels, the Ducks, the Kings. Tons of sports franchises out there. The biggest recommendation for Los Angeles is to give yourself about 2 hours of extra time for you to sit in traffic and breathe in all that smog. What's better than going to see some great sports in Los Angeles? Breathing in poisonous air and knowing that your lungs are collapsing as you sit there. Have fun in LA, everybody. Number 1 on this list comes to me absolutely uncontested and will likely be the reigning champion for all of eternity. The entire state of Massachusetts. Boston sports in particular. If you get out to Western Mass and like Springfield and the Berkshires and stuff, it's fine. It's nothing but hills and country land. It's actually beautiful scenery. But once you get into the area, you want to go see the Celtics, the Bruins, the Red Sox, and obviously the Patriots, your life is going to be hell. Honestly, you, Massachusetts. I hope you enjoyed this video and this top 5 list. We are looking to be putting these out at least once a week. If you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments. Hit that like button in there, and also make sure to subscribe to our page. We're doing a ton of different videos in a lot of different fields that all have to do with the world of sports. Do you have a top 5 list suggestion? Leave a comment or send us an email. Their contact is right here in our About section. After you subscribe to this page, be sure to visit us on social media. Our Instagram is Champ City Sports, our Twitter is Champion City, and our Facebook is Champion City Sports. Thank you again, and be sure to subscribe.